Welcome back to Keys Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. Starting out here, let's filter to the left side. You got Monterio facing Houston. Warren facing Boston. Got a couple lefties in there. Gallen facing Tampa Bay. I want to go Alvarez here. Sold us yesterday, sold us the day before. I feel like he's due. He's had a hot June. I don't know if he's just cooling down. Ontario struggles with swing and strike as well as the barrel too. Hold on, let me fix this. As well as the barrel too. But I'm gonna stay away. You know, he could do it today though. I'm gonna start out with Gallen here. Really struggling with both sides. I will look at him from the from the left hand side. So throwing his four seamer, 41% of the time, 412 batting average given up there, a little bit of barrel as well, 4 home runs. The swing and strike is not there at all. You got Aranda here, batting after or before Caminero, I believe, between him and Yandy. So good place there for him. 281. Sort by sweet spot. 43% sweet spot. So do like that on the year. 13% barrel. 61% in the last 30 days across 13 batted ball events. 15% barrel. Like both of those. See if he was hitting this last year too. So he's hitting it last year too. 341, 19% barrel, 41% sweet spot. I didn't see his K there. What was his K? So slightly high K there, 26%. Change up, not giving up much here, but he is using it 25% of the time. So you do want to look here to see what they're doing. Aranda 318. Palacios, I'm probably saying that wrong. But 389. Decent sample size is 18 events for him. 38% sweet spot. Not bad at all. The K percentage isn't bad either. Let's look last 30. So it does have some Ks recently. Does have a home run against it. Was it about 2 Ks? So Alcantara, Avila. Not bad there. Secondary pitch for Gallen. This knuckle curve, a lot of red here. Small sample sizes though. Didn't hit it well last year either. 25% barrel. So 1 barrel here. Double. Okay. He's getting some swing and strike there. But he's got to be able to locate that four seamer for him to throw those secondary pitches and get some swing and strike. Against the pitch mix as a, oh, I'm looking 2025. Hold on, look last 30. Pitch mix as a whole. So 333 on that changeup. Not hitting that sinker, but he's not throwing it. Knuckle curve, nothing. Small sample size. I leaned Aranda here for a hit. 14% whiff on the four seamer. Not bad at all. Does have some whiff on the changeup. Small sample size as well. Hoping Gallen leans more so on his four seamer here. Okay. McGreevy here. Do got some capable lefties in this Miami lineup. So throwing the four seamer for the most part. Really not getting any whiffs with it. You got Edwards here, 357. Mac, 348. Let's look last 30. So Edwards, 500. Mac still hitting it too. Decent sweet spots, percentages for them both. Stowers has a couple home runs. As I mentioned, when I look at lefties from Miami for a homer, more likely than not, I'm looking Stowers. So he's always in play. Let's look at this changeup. So Cassie and Marcy. Edwards still 323. Sweet spot drops off slightly. He has the best K percentage there. So 8.3 there. Very low sweet spot though. So maybe getting lucky hits there. Sour still with some barrel. Okay, we'll look at that cutter. So Edwards, nothing there. Small sample size. Stowers again with barrel. So as I mentioned, Stowers can be in play for a homer here. Really likes this cutter. Let's see if he was hitting it last year. Stowers 15% barrel. I lean Edwards here for a hit possibly, and then Stowers, as I mentioned, he's always in play for a homer. Which ones is he giving up barrel to? This four seamer and cutter, this curveball too. Honestly, you can look at that. Full season looks like it's Cassie, but Stowers barrel is there too. So 22% barrel in the last 30 against those three. 41% for Cassie. Smaller sample size. Either Cassie or Stowers here possibly for a homer. And see what his ground ball. 173 barrel, 8.4. 8 homers. Yeah, from the left-hand side. I say they're both in good position for it. Okay. I don't really care to go lefty on lefty with Toll. I will look at Lopez here. Very low swing and strike is inducing soft contact though. Uses this four seamer over 50% of the time. I believe Arraez is out. He may be back. I'm not sure. But him and Lee have been hitting well. Really great K percentages here from both. Last 30 again, both of them. Eldridge has some barrel. That is the four seamer. Let me look last year. So both still hitting it. Look, slider. 13% barrel. This is where he's getting barreled. So Ray is not so much. Still hitting the sweet spot though. Lee's sweet spot drops off slightly. Devers has some barrel. Let's look last 30. So Lee 455, 40% sweet spot. I like Lee here for a hit. Arraez is dependable too. I'm not sure if he's back. Last time I knew he was out, but I haven't checked the lineups today, so he could be in. So Arraez can be a possible hit here too. Okay, moving on. Don't trust Arizona. Moving forward, you got Buehler here. Giving up an average to lefties, but does give up power to righties. Throws his cutter for the most part. Got Freeman, looks good there. Ohtani. Tucker's out, I believe. Let's look at the last 30. Ohtani 500. 14% barrel, 57% sweet spot. Small sample size. I will look back last year to see a full season view of it. So Ohtani and Freeman were hitting it well. 21% barrel for Ohtani, almost 22. Both have a couple homers against it. He's not really giving up barrel there though. So I'm more so looking here for hit for average. Freeman's been hot though. Even though I'm biased against him because he's sold me a couple times. He's been hitting. Ohtani's been hot too. So 515 for this was this four-seamer for Freeman. 36% sweet spot. Ohtani 53%, 30% barrel. The last 30, 375 batting average. They're both looking good here. Muncie's always in play too. Let's look at this knuckle curve. Guessing it's not gonna be much here. Yeah, not much here at all. Both 500 on small sample size. Both 400 on about 5 events for Freeman, 4 for Ohtani. Last year, Ohtani 364, Freeman 273. I lean Ohtani here for a hit. Freeman, you can take him. I'm not taking him. But he looks good too. I mean, I'll look at this changeup as well. Ohtani 382. Freeman's not hitting it. Ohtani could be in play for a homer here. Buehler's not really struggling with the left-hand side. He more so struggles with the right-hand side with power. So you see the barrel here is not really there for lefties, but Ohtani's, Ohtani. So let's move forward. You got Sugiyano here against Minnesota at home. Really struggles with the barrel on both sides. It's throwing this four-seamer for the most part. That's getting barrel 15.6. Got Larnick here, 328. Gray, 344. Lee, 286. Bell, 317. Clemens, not so much. Does have 3 homers against it, though. Bell, 375. Larnick, 321. So not bad for either one of them. Have some sweet spot, too. Last 30. What is this? The splitter. So not a big sample size here. Bell 250. I don't know where Larnick went. Oh, he's up there. Okay. Only one event for him. Full season wise, Larnick 200. Is hitting it with some sweet spot though. Bell, not so much. 083. So don't like them against that splitter at all. And that's the one he's getting whiffs with. So let's look at this sinker. So Clemens 286. Larnick does have some barrel. Last 30, Larnick, no barrel. Sweet spot though. May stay away here. I don't really trust their lefties. Osigano was always a play for a homer for the most part. Could be Larnick, 10% barrel across 30 events. He's more so like this cutter, but he's not throwing them much. This cutter and this sweeper. Bell has some barrel there. Not a big sample size at all. So does Clemens. Larnick, not so much. May stay away here. It is in cores, though. And he's struggling with barrel from both sides. So I will look at the right-hand side real quick because Buxton's been hot this year. So this sinker for the most part. Where is Buxton? 313. Nah, so he does have a homer there though. Oh, I'm still looking at last 30. He does have a homer in the last 30 against this sinker. 3 across the year. So not bad at all. I'll look at this four-seamer, 8% barrel here. So Buxton 26% on this four-seamer. 35% in the last 30 days. Okay, and then this splitter. I doubt you've seen this much. Yeah, not much at all. So last year had a barrel too. Yeah, Buxton's in play for a homer here. Let me look last 30 for it all. So 20% barrel across 29 events, 41% sweet spot. You can't go wrong picking Bunkston here. So that's that. Let's move forward. Still on the left-hand side. Did Bueller, Sigiano. Rhea really struggles with both sides, so I'll look at both here. Lefty first, throwing this four-seamer 45% of the time. A little barrel there. I looked at them the other day for four-seamers, Bowers that did it. Hamilton looks decent here. He is at the bottom of the lineup though. You got to take that into consideration, and they're home. So I'm not sure how many times he sees Rhea. Should see him at least twice if they don't chase him out of there. Mitchell has been pretty good too. Bowers, as usual, home run threat, not so much hitting for average. You know, the 31% K there is not ideal. This splitter, anyone really hitting this? Not really at all. A lot of Ks there, and that's the one that he's getting Ks with. So he could get some Ks with this splitter. Freelick was hitting it last year. Yelich too. A lot of Ks with this splitter across their lineup. Let's look at this curveball real quick. Couple homers there. Yelich's hitting that. Yelich's hitting both that curveball and the splitter. What's his barrel to lefties? Not so much. It's to righties. May stay away here. I'm gonna look at the right hand side. I know they're not batting for average, but that barrel is crazy. 14%. Very low ground ball, fly ball. The K percentage isn't there either to either side. More so this four-seamer he's struggling with. You got Chourio, 18% barrel this year. 205. A lot of Ks there for him. Vaughn and Contreras are not King. So Contreras, 14% K, 52% sweet spot. Chourio, 31%, 2 home runs in the last 30 though against this four-seamer. So do like that. He's not really getting swing and strike there. Look at this sweeper, which he's not really giving anything up to. See if anybody can hit that. So not really at all. Chourio does have a barrel there though. I do notice that. Okay, so not so much there. Let's look at this sinker. So Chourio 433. 323 for Contreras. 2 barrels for Contreras with this sinker, in which he's given up. Okay, he's giving up 3 home runs to the sinker and the slider. Okay, let's look last 30. 15% for Contreras. Jackson still has some barrel there. Is Kang though, but he's not necessarily getting Ks with this. Could go either or here. Slider. Anybody hitting this? Not necessarily, but they're not Kang. Chourio. This is last 30. Let me look full season. So 20% barrel there for Chourio. 286 average for Contreras. Contreras has been hot though. Let's look at both of these. So 13.9% for Chourio, 9% for Contreras. Last 30, Contreras 12.5. Chourio has dropped off a little bit there. I low-key lean Contreras there. Season numbers, it says Chourio. but I know Contreras has been hot recently. And the K percentage, even though he's not necessarily getting Ks though. It's either Contreras or Churiel here. Contreras has been hot recently, as I mentioned. They both have a couple homers here. Churiel 4, Contreras 3, 9.4 barrel for Contreras, 6.5 for Churiel in the last 30. Mm, 23 events in the last 14. I want to say Contreras. You could go Churiel, top of the lineup. Should see him a couple times. He's hitting the pitch mix the most. With the 271 average, 15% on the year. However, Contreras has gotten hot recently. And 5 home runs across these 3 that he's given up barrel and given up home runs with. So Churiel possibly for a hit here. Contreras for a homer. Let's move forward though. Still looking at righties. Is Urena at home or in? Where's that game? Okay, cool on that one. Cantillo's been kind of struggling recently. Bradley kind of struggles too. Rides. I want to look at Bradley from the. Oh, this is the left hand side. I'm tripping. So he has an average swing and strike there, but the barrel is crazy. 14.7. I expect him to give up 1 in cores. I'm not sure where it comes from yet. So let's figure that one out. So this 4-seamer, he's throwing 50% of the time. You got Rumfield 9.4. Moniak just got back 8.8 barrel. Sullivan has some barrel there. The last 30, Sullivan 28.6. Only 7 events though. Julian. The rest of them have dropped off really. Rumfield nothing. But yeah, Moniak just got back, so you really can't count the last 30 for him. But normally, left-hand side for homer, I'm thinking Moniak. Who's been really hot for them recently is Castro, though. Didn't hit it last year. See, Moniak last year, that's what I'm saying, 15% barrel against this 4-seamer across the season. The splitter, he's probably going to lean more so on this, I feel like. McCarthy has one against it. So does Rumfield. It's like a full season. Johnston. Moniak had 8.3%. A lot of Ks, though. He only has 11.8. He hasn't thrown that pitch that much. Let's look at this cutter that he's given up. Barrel, too. So Castro has some barrel there. So does Moniak. Look, last 30. So Castro homered against this recently. It's like full season view. So Castro no barrel last year. What did you have? Moniak. I want to lean Moniak. He did just get back though, so you got to put that in consideration. 25 events last year, 24% barrel. I lean him to go yard when I look at lefties from him, from Colorado. Hit wise, I low-key like Castro. As I mentioned, he's been hot. And so let me look last 30. So 357 for him. McCarthy's hitting 2. So either one of them for a hit. But Moniak's the real home run threat in that lineup. But the others have been hitting. I don't know them that much as far as Sullivan and what's the other one? Rumfield. I have seen Rumfield been going yard recently too. But Moniak on a short sample, 48. As I mentioned, he's been injured. He has 4 home runs, only one less than Rumfield. So I lean Moniak there to go yard against Bradley. Let's look at the right hand side. I want to look at Castillo real quick because he gives up barrel. He's in Cleveland. Cleveland has a lot of lefties. More so, I'd be looking here for Manzardo. Schneemann does have some barrel there, 19%. Sheesh. Let's look last 30. 7.1 for Manzardo. Small sample size for Halpin and Watson. Bazana has some barrel there too. 2 home runs for Bazana, 1 for Manzardo on this 4-seamer. I will look last year for full season. So Schneemann and then Manzardo with 11% had the most home runs though. Is giving up a little bit of barrel to his slider. 12.5 for Manzardo. What about the last 30? Nothing in the last 30. And then this changeup. 9.5 for Manzardo. Low-key leaning Manzardo. Hold on, let me look last year. Full season view. So 6.3 only last year, but 4 home runs. Let's grab all 3 of them. Let's go last 30. So 8.0 for him. 1 home run. I'm leaning power threat Manzardo here. Bazana has been hitting home runs. But if I'm going to look at a lefty from Cleveland for power, it's going to be Manzardo right now with Jose out. Okay, let's look at the right-hand side. So we already looked at Sigiano. I mean, Chapman and Schmidt from San Fran aren't bad at all. Mookie has started to get hot, though. I will look at this real quick. Sinker. Not really struggling with the sinker, but he is throwing it the most. Mookie 273, 51%. Sweet spot. So do like that. And then 50% over the last 30 days. So that's good. Let's look at the pitches he's struggling with. Mookie 250, 50%. Sweet spot, last 30. 2 home runs against this, 4-seamer? Okay, not bad. 10% barrel for Mookie here. Cutter. A little bit of barrel there. Not really. Mookie struggling with that. He only has an 8.2 swing and strike there, though. And Mookie's not striking out against it, so I do like that. Pages does have some barrel there. 250 in the last 30, small sample size. Was he hitting this last year? So no, he wasn't in this cutter last year either. Let's look at this slider. I don't expect him to throw that knuckle curve at all. It's like it's been getting sent every time he throws it. Mookie might be in play here for a homer. He does struggle with the left-hand side, as I mentioned. Only 6.4 barrel in the last 30, but he's getting the home runs. Long shot would be Mookie here in San Diego. Not sure who Thornton is. Martinez, don't trust Arizona. Let's look at Corbin real quick. Facing this Texas lineup, they low-key started to get hot. Sinker, giving up some barrel and a couple home runs here. Let's look here. Berger has some barrel. Diaz. Higashioka. Okay, let's look last 30. So it's been Higashioka here. Small sample size for him. Small sample size for them all. I will look back last year. So for a full year. Still small sample size. The Berger 22% barrel, 2 home runs. Jung a little bit. Higashioka pops up again. Okay, let's look at this changeup. Slight barrel there, not much. Berger's killing this one. 16.7, 12 events this year. Let's look last 30. Higashioka shows up again. Small sample size. I think he's platooned to the left-hand side, so he should be coming in today. Honestly, now I think about that. So Burger 12.5% last year across 16 events. Higashoka not so much. Okay, this slider, he's giving up home run and barrel too. Burgers has another barrel there. Higashoka, no. Let's look 2025. Higashoka does have a barrel there, whereas Burger did not have a barrel last year against that. Okay, his home run against that was in the last 30. And then I'll look at this cutter since he's getting barreled here and home runs. So nothing for nothing for Burger against this cutter. Langford does have a home run and barrel there. Higashoka is not on there. Let's see if he was hitting that last year. So Burger was hitting that last year, as was Langford. I think Burger and Langford went yard yesterday. So you could go fresh legs with Higashoka coming in here. He does have 18.2% barrels. Very small sample size for him though. Burger does look good here. 23 events, 17% barrel. Fresh legs, I would say Higashoka if he's coming into the lineup today. I think he's platoon to facing lefties. But Burger does look good there as well. So I lean Higashoka if he's in the lineup. If not, I like Burger too, just as much. Okay, moving on. Horn Loki got me. Abbott at Pittsburgh. Let's look here real quick. So 292 for Reynolds. Not very much on the sweet spot. Still nothing. 500, 14% sweet spot. So low-key getting lucky with those hits. He is on a hitting streak though, I believe. Change up wise, where's Reynolds? 182, Magnum 571. Not bad. It's very small sample sizes here. Reynolds has seen it the most. Is not striking out against it, but the batting average is not there. Has improved. Small sample size. Sweet spot has went up on that changeup though. Let me go back to this fastball. Let me see what he was doing last year against it. So 333 last year against it for Reynolds. 23% barrel, 57% sweet spot. Magnum looks good there too. I did not see Magnum on here. Oh, 227% strikeout. They do have a decent amount of strikeouts on this. Last 30, what was Reynolds? 12.5 across 8 at bats. I'm sure they've seen Abbott before. 308 against this curveball. 17% of the time. 25% barrel. Not bad for Reynolds. Possibly Reynolds here for a hit. The sweet spot is not there, so you would think like he's getting lucky, but his average is not that high, so possibly Reynolds. He is on a hitting streak, and he's normally good against left-handed pitching. Houston, cool on it. Miami possibly could go Lopez here. We got okay. He is getting Ks, but the swing and strike stuff is not there. I'll look at this very quick. He's struggling with this sweeper. Let's look at it. Lopez 294. Let's look in the last 30. Not so much for him. Okay. Let's look at this sinker. I'm skipping it. Sinker 378 for Lopez. 400 in the last 30. Four-seamer 389. I do like that. Okay, let's grab those together. It's really just that sweeper that he's struggling with. So 432 for Lopez. 43% sweet spot. Are you whiffing against this sweeper? You are whiffing. He could get in trouble with that sweeper. Swing and strike is really not there though. Maybe Lopez here for a hit. He's been hot all year. That may be it for me. And Loki, maybe Tatis here for homer. He sold us the other day, but he has got hot in June. 14% barrel this year against this four-seamer. Let's look last 30. 14% still across 21 events. Machado does have some barrel there too. Batting average doesn't say it. He's giving up 5 homers there. What else is getting barrel? This slider. I expect him to lean on this slider a little bit. Tatis still a little barrel there. 9.1. Still 11.1 the last 30. Let's look last year who was barreling this. So France, Tatis 11.1. I low-key lean Tatis here maybe for a home run. Sasaki is good for it to give it up, especially on the road. I think that's it on my end today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions with the platform, please let me know. Hope you guys have a great day. See you guys.